Hello, this is Reptiles Rocco 9, and here I'll be showing you my homemade miniature catapults. Now, I was sitting one day and I was kind of bored, so I decided I'd make miniature catapults. And, well, that was the first one I made, and as you can see, it's not exactly desktop size. Here's my hand next to it. So it wouldn't fit on many desks. Besides, it's got a bungee cord for power, so it would actually smack a hole in my wall. So then I decided to make a smaller one there, and a smaller one there, and then an even smaller one, which that one's a little tiny guy. He fits perfectly on the desk. So anyway, these are my sides. That one I will fire after all the others because I have to fire that one outside since it throws a rock clear across my yard, and I don't think my parents would like a hole in my wall. And that is what I'm firing them into so that these guys don't dent the walls with their projectiles. Anyway, I'll show you the design first. They're pretty simple. This one's kind of in-proportional because it's so small, but this one's probably the best one. Anyway, you can see the wooden wheels. Those are real simple. I just took a round drill, drilled out a chunk, and then since it already had a hole in the middle, just put a screw through it, and that was that. And then you can see I just cut out a couple, I'd say about 1 by a ½ inch piece of wood, and then drilled them down like this into the piece of wood, which is just a square of like fence board type stuff. And then these hold these things in place so that when I pull the arm down, it doesn't snap these off. Then these screws are just what the rubber bands go around. And this padding goes over, I have a nail that goes through here, but the padding is so that when this arm hits it, it doesn't either snap the arm or snap the back. And then that nail, I just drilled a hole through the throwing arm and put a nail there. And then back here, oh, and by the way, the reason the arm, I use these instead of like a spoon or something like that, or the typical, you know, they take a round piece of wood and carve it out kind of like a bowl, is because the higher the arm is, the farther it throws and the better it throws, and these are really light and bendable, and so they don't break nearly as easily, because I tried a spoon and it snapped off, which was really annoying. And then this here is just mesh, which I glued onto these. These are bamboo skewers, and then I tied them here and then hot glued them in place, and then that's just a little container for projectiles. So that's it. And then, oh, and by the way, for the release mechanism, I have a screw down here. I don't know if this is fuzzy or not. I hope it's not. Anyway, I have a screw down here, then a 20-pound fishing line, then a small washer, which just goes over. I cut off the head of a small nail, nailed it in there, and then glued it in place, and then now it just slips off. When that slips off, as you can imagine, it flings up, and there you are. It's same design for all 3 of them, just basically smaller pieces. So, you know, different, because this one only takes 2 rubber bands, that one takes 3, that one takes a bungee cord and rubber bands, and which is really annoying because it keeps snapping my rubber bands because it goes down so far. So anyway, now I'll show you how the little ones work. I'll show you the big one in just a minute. I'll start with the littlest guy. He's actually my favorite because he's easy for a desk or desktop or anything. So I hope you guys can see this right. I have to put my foot on it so it doesn't fling up. Anyway, you can see here's the drawstring, so I just fling it. And there it goes. Now on this one same thing, so on this time I will show you it hitting where it should hit, or I'll zoom out, and it decided not to zoom out. Anyway, so you know, they're not super powerful, but they're pretty fun. They fire pennies pretty well. And now I'll show you this one. This one's my next biggest one. And this one fires a quarter. So they're pretty fun. So then now I have to go outside and I will show you my biggest one. Here is my largest miniature catapult set. I know that's kind of an oxymoron, but and no, that is not what you call a person who's not very intelligent. Anyway, but here it is. It's set, and you can see I use a bungee cord, and the rubber bands is because the bungee cord stops its propulsion about here, and so the catapult usually didn't get much fling because it would start to slow down about there, but then the rubber bands pull it all the way up. And so anyway, here I'm shooting a small rock. It can probably do larger, but last time I tried to do a larger one, it actually broke the throwing arm off because it went so fast. Anyway, there it is. It's actually a very hard pull, so I have to put my foot here, and I hope I'll be able to show you it up in the air. So I'm going, where'd it go? blast. Okay, well, I'm going to try it again. Hold on 1 second. Okay, here I have it set again. This time, hopefully, you will be able to see it. This time, you can see I used a black rock. So let's... Oh, there it goes. I think you saw it, though. Now it's too far away to see. Well, anyway, that's the catapult. That's, I'm afraid, as much of the projectiles you're going to see of it, as it landed somewhere over there by those trees. So as you can see, it has a quite good distance and very good propulsion, too. So those are my miniature catapults. Thanks for watching.